Hey guys, Mary here with GameSpot presenting the Mix at GDC 2016. I am here with Jarrett, and you are here from the Good Mood Creators,
yes.
and you're showing Mekazoo, which is a really visually stunning game. Like it's filled with really bright colors, and you're basically just kind of streamlining through this sweet game. And I want to get right into it, just because it's such a really interesting game visually. But there's multiple modes, but we're going to start with single player mode, right?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yep. Let's do it.
Now, tell me, you kind of, looks like you guys were really motivated to have just streamlined, fluid gameplay. That was kind of like something that was a primary focus of that.
Yeah, it's definitely a flowy experience, simple pick up and play, kind of easy to learn, hard to master kind of deal.
You get two little modes, right? You have two main modes?
You unlock animals as you go. So
Okay.
at the end of each world, you fight a big kind of bad boss version of that next animal you're about to unlock, kind of Mega Man style.
Now we're starting out with two. We got an armadillo.
So
This is like a really rad dude who's like a ball form, and he like rolls really fast.
So he's kind of, just your quick, like roll around in a ball, and then his action just like dashes, and then you can kind of like hold in these little posts, and every animal can interact with these posts in a different way. So turn into the frog, and
okay, so you just converted into the frog.
Yeah, so
the frog is like a nice little tongue that sticks out, and you can hurt enemies with that as well.
Yeah.
But then you can also use it to
you can swing on things.
Traverse the area.
Right, so I can hold on to this enemy.
And that's an enemy, right?
Right.
And you want to take him out. And what are you collecting from them?
They're just called Mecha Balls. They're kind of our coins, and they give you a shield if you collect enough of them. So you can take one hit, and then there's also medals and diamonds for collecting enough Mecha Balls. But yeah, so you unlock each animal at the end of each world, and the only buttons are just action and transform and movement, obviously. So it's a really simple control scheme.
And now the world itself is moving around a lot right now.
Yeah, so we have 3D environments, but it's just 2D gameplay. So we kind of just wind a spline through the 3D environments, and you just play it like a 2D platformer, and our camera kind of follows you through as you kind of bend on the spline, as you can see there. So yeah, I mean,
what's this made in?
It's made in Unity.
Okay.
Yeah, so which is great for indie developers, you know, and getting better all the time. Luckily for us, we've been working on this for a while, and Unity has gone through a lot of iterations since we started. So,
how large is your team?
We have about 15 people now.
15.
Yeah. So, yeah, simple, you know, traverse.
Like most of them have to be working on your lighting, because it's like really good.
Yeah, we have a good art team that's definitely probably more artists than any other kind of department. And yeah, we have five different main worlds, and then each of those worlds has a bunch of different levels, and all of them have, each level has like different kind of lighting scheme, different time of day, or kind of different feel to it. So there's a lot of visual variety, and yeah.
And when you say easy to pick up and difficult to master, I mean, what level of difficulty are you at right now? Because already, like, this is actually pretty difficult to traverse. I mean, you play this game all the time.
Right,
so
yeah.
You should be able to kind of seamlessly flow through it, but it seems like this is something that actually will take some effort for like a regular player to get used to.
Well, this is about the 4th level of the game. So like from level 1, you only have the armadillo, then you fight the frog boss, unlock the frog, and then the first level after each boss is just with a single animal, so you don't have to worry about switching between animals, and you can kind of get used to the feel of it. And,
Are there definite animals that are better for particular situations that you'd want to switch to?
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, you only have 2 animals available at any given time. You didn't want to bog anything down with like inventory management or like a different button for each animal or anything like that. So yeah, they're all just, they have unique, like there's a wallaby that's just like basically a bouncing ball. It just never stops bouncing, and then his action just makes him bounce higher. Panda, that's just kind of our big like power character that you know, can climb walls and traverse ceilings and like butt stomp, stuff like that. And then Pelican, and fly around. So
What inspired the different animals?
I think we started with kind of mechanics first. We liked we wanted good combinations, like things that would combine well in different ways. I can start again.
Yeah,
sure.
Is that like the full demo right there?
Yeah, we just have a 1-level demo right
That's
now.
it. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you also have co-op or multiplayer.
Yeah, we
How
do
does
have
that work?
co-op. So actually, you want to try that?
Do you want to mess with that?
Sure, let's try it.
All right. Hopefully this works. We have an extra gamepad here.
Yeah,
so we'll...
it should work. So it's kind of a hive mind kind of thing. It's offline only for multiplayer. And basically, one player has just the switch button, and one player has the action and movement. And when the person with the switch button switches, so right now I have action and movement. So if you press switch, which is X, then you get control, and I can steal it back at any time. So we have to kind of
work together.
Right. So yeah.
So you,
so it's kind of, like hive mind.
am I only doing the switching?
You're doing the switching only when I have control.
Okay.
So now if you switch, then you have control now. And yeah, so then like when we get to a part where, I want to grab onto that.
Right.
So yeah, it's just a simple kind of like splitting the controls off in two, and
Well, it's a nice way to play the game again, but have a completely different experience.
right. I mean, there's a lot of communication involved, and especially when you get to the later levels, you have to, and kind of there's more specific. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, so you get to parts where you're like, okay, you need to be the armadillo here. You see the curves, and then yeah, there you go. There you go. And then I switch to the
Then you
frog
frog
to grab
mode and
on.
figure that part out.
Yeah. So it's just a fun kind of extra, get into each other's minds, and there you see. You want to be the dillo there.
Oh, right. 'Cause then
Yeah.
I'm
So
going
you
through
kind
it.
of look at the terrain and.
I make that choice for you. And
Right.
say, all right,
Yeah.
we're switching.
Yeah. So all you can do is switch in, and then all I can do is switch in after you switch. So, yeah.
And you got some funky beats playing in the background. Where'd your music come from?
We have an in-house composer, sound designer, MJ Quigley, who's just like incredible and made a different track for every level, pretty much. So it's very eclectic, kind of a lot of different genres, and yeah, it's a nice soundtrack. So I like listening to it.
Do the
on my
songs
iPod
change
sometimes.
per environment, or?
Yeah, so I mean, there's a separate track for each world, but also kind of as you get to different checkpoints, it transitions into different parts of the song. So yeah, it's kind of a little of both.
Yeah, it's just like a nice, fun, lighthearted game that's like enjoyable for people to kind of pick up and
Right. Yeah. I
have a
mean,
good time with.
it's supposed to be flowy, and any kind of like puzzle moments that there are supposed to be solved quickly and without too much like frustration or anything. But it definitely, you get to a point. Yeah, you're gonna want to take it.
Oh, I have to take it? All right, I have to take it. Oh, wait, do I have to get all the way up there?
Yeah, but here, if you go up there again, if you dash. Just hold it and release. Yeah,
there we go.
And then I switch, and
You
then it's
switch it
easier
out.
to get there with the frog, and then again, Dillo. Yeah. So it's kind of like generally we expect people to like play single player, and then after they've played the level single player, try it in co-op, and then they can kind of hive mind with each other.
And how long do you think like the full game would take?
I don't know, maybe like 7 hours is total stab in the dark. Depends how good you are, I suppose. Oops, I shouldn't have taken control there. But then there's, obviously there's co-op mode, and there's like medals you can collect, and like secret skins you can unlock and stuff like that. So there's a pretty good amount of replayability. So take it. Switch.
Oh, right. And where do the balls come in, like those little things that we're collecting? Is that just for points and score?
It's you get diamonds if you collect enough of them, which allows you to unlock stuff in the shop, like the skins and the BGM and stuff. And then also, you get a shield after you collect a certain amount, which just allows you to take an extra hit. Actually, in this build, the effect is not in there, but I can't get it.
Okay.
But, yeah, if you're gonna have to switch.
Oh, how do I get up there, though? Because there's nothing to...
on your way up, if you dash while you're headed upwards. There you go. Yeah. So there's a lot of nuance to the controls, and that's why I say it's easy to pick up and play, but then more difficult to master.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And when can we expect to see this, Jarrett?
We're looking at August, if all goes well, and yeah, so we're trying to beat that.
Pretty much like on the tail end then, so.
Yeah, I mean, we still have a lot of work to do, but we've been working for a long time, and it's kind of down to polish and working out bugs and things like that.
And this is coming out on everything almost, right?
It'll be on PS4, Xbox One, PC to start, and we hope to get a Wii U version out pretty quickly, and I'm gonna take it from there. So.
Do you have a price in mind?
We're still working on it.
All right, so that was Mekazoo. You guys can see that coming up in August. Pretty much everything on consoles and on computers. So be sure to keep looking for that.